teaching, it's so interesting that people say time just seems to... Here is Les Feldick.
Good afternoon. Good to have everybody back and see you're all ready to go. And once again, we just want to welcome those of you watching on television. For those of you who may have just tuned in the last week or two, we're just an informal Bible study. And all we try to do is open the Scriptures where anybody can understand it, because I know that so many people read their Bibles. I've had some tell me I've read it through 5 times and didn't understand a thing I read. But we try to change that, help people to understand what it's really talking about. All right, now we left off last program, you remember, with the great image that Nebuchadnezzar had constructed of himself, more or less, huge, made of gold, and how he tried to more or less amalgamate all the religions of his day under a worship of himself. And then we took you right back to Revelation, where the Antichrist and the false prophet will do much the same thing during the tribulation. And so you begin the times of the Gentiles, which this really is now. You remember 2 weeks ago we talked about that when Jesus spoke in Luke 21 of the times of the Gentiles, when Jerusalem would be trodden down by Gentiles until Christ will return, and then of course it'll all revert back to Israel and their relationship with their Jehovah God. But now back, if you will, to Daniel chapter 2, and we're going to drop right down again to verse 31, where Daniel begins to interpret